Welcome. This is an overview of the Brimbox Web Database Interface. Today we're going to work with the world sample DB that comes with MySQL. We've imported it into Brimbox as a sample dataset so we can get a feel for how Brimbox looks and works. So today we're going to log in, and Brimbox you start with a login stream because it's a database. It's not really a website or a database interface, or a generic database would be another term. And we look along the top, we have these tabs, and each one of these tabs is for doing different things to the database. And the first 5 tabs, browse, look, view, and even analyze here, are set up basically to view and browse the data. So if we go to the browse tab, we go here and we look at the overview, and then we have is it's returning records that start with A, like Aruba, Afghanistan, Angola, Antigua. And of course we can start to set it with P, Pakistan, Panama, Pitcairn. So that's how we browse to, one of the ways to browse to the data. The other way is to use the lookup tab, which is, I'm going to put in US, and we'll see that it will look up USA. That's how you do that. But we'll notice when we went here to US and we go back to the browse tab main state, it's still at P. And then if we go back to the lookup tab, we go here and we go to the United States, and it stayed there. And even further on, if we go to the search tab, and I'm going to put in Germany, we go here and we search, and Germany comes up. And we see that the lookup tab is still on US, the browse tab is still on P or Pakistan, and the search tab stays on Germany. So Brimbox maintains state. It's constantly posting form variables and maintaining state. And it does that in it's a built-in system to do that. So the next thing we know, so we've looked at the browse, and that's just like going through by the others, and we've seen the things. The next thing we're going to look at is along the bottom of each record, we have these action links. And these links, which we call action links, are for doing things. And we know first we have the details, and what this does is provide the details here to Pakistan. And we can also view the cities in Pakistan because it's a relational database Brimbox is set up, and so these are all the cities in Pakistan. Or we can view all the languages in Pakistan. We can edit the record, we can analyze, we can archive, we can do anything to the record we want to, and and that's how the records work. And so you can add cities in a relational sense. So that's what the action links do along the bottom of the thing. And the thing is you can add action links. So we notice this, we have this analyze tab, and when we go there, we see it's all blank. But when we go here to analyze, we go, and I'm going to analyze Panama. No, I'm going to analyze Pakistan. So we analyze it, and we see that it returns this thing. And this is actually customized for the world database. It's just a little thing. It took me maybe a half hour to build in, but we have this set up. Once we have our data structure in Brimbox, we can just set it up, and we can have this view or something like that. And you might say, well, this doesn't look very fancy, but you have to say this is a database. People are more interested in the data than what it looks like, and having a simple interface is very important. So we can do that with the analyze, and if we want to analyze Panama, we can just click on analyze, and this is just an overview, and you could set this up any way you want to. So these are the basic tabs, but you can add these. You can add these. Analyze was added to the default, and this tab was added. And of course we can cascade, which just cascades all the records, and then input. What we do here is we see it still maintains state, so it's inputting, but we go to reset form, and it just shows us the countries is all it is, where we would start a country, and then its child records would be built off on it. You have to, of course, if you're going to add a city to say Peru here, you have to first find Peru, the record Peru, and then you have to add the city to it. And there's a couple ways to do that. You can also do that with the search. We can just type in Peru, and it looks like the Google-like search of the data. Okay, and it has a couple other things. It has a listing structure, which you can add countries to different lists. For instance, Pakistan is an Asian country, so I can go here, and I can go to list functionality, and I can add it to Asia. And then we go to the list, we will find that Pakistan is here in Asian countries. It also has an inbox, and this is where you can actually send the database email. It has, so if somebody can manage what's going in and out of the database and email. And we've been through the main first tabs. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, we've been looking at what a user would see. If we look in the admin, we go in here and we go into admin, we see all these other tabs. You can manage lists, drop downs. You can upload data, upload documents. This is a query builder called the query alias that builds the query on the data table. And then, of course, we have translation. Brimbox is fully translatable both through PO files, just like WordPress or any other CMS. And then we go to the admin tab and we can manage users, manage the logs, and we set the column names. And these are where the column names are set up. This is where you set up your relations are in layouts and columns. This is where you set up your relationships. And Brimbox allows several different layouts. You can look at brimbox.com to look at the different relationships and how to set them up. And then, of course, you have managed modules here. So like this analyze module here, we can just deactivate it and it disappears from the user menu. It just disappears. So it's not there anymore. And so we can do that with modules, and we can activate and deactivate things. And it's designed, this is Brimbox, and I'm going to end with this, is designed to, for data things, instead of many times turnkey companies with turnkey solutions, maybe your business is a little unique and there isn't a turnkey solution that does exactly what you need. Brimbox gives you the opportunity to use a database that is very simple and easy to set up. You don't have to design a custom database, but you don't have to use a turnkey solution. It's somewhere in between what I would call a generic database. And a programmer can reasonably customize a specific database because can customize a specific database with a reasonable amount of time. It doesn't have to start from scratch. So it is actually, you can build whole interfaces on it. It is very much a scalable solution, and it will handle good amounts of data. Of course, anything today's world will. But that's an overview of Brimbox, and I thank you for taking your time to listen to this video.